Hey, glad to see you made it. I just was about ready to start working on number 4. So if you're stuck on number 4 or you just want to check your answers, just follow along. We're going to start by eliminating s. So I'm going to take the second equation and multiply it by a 3. That becomes 12r minus 3s plus 15t equals 39. And I'm going to add it to the first equation, which is a 2r plus 3s minus 4t equals 20. So I add my two equations together, I end up with a 14r and plus 11t equals 59. Now I'm going to multiply my second equation again, my original equation, by 2 this time, and I'm going to eliminate the s's in the first and second equation. So we have 8r minus 2s plus 10t equals 26. And then I'm going to use my third equation and add it to that, 3r plus 2s plus 4t equals 15, and I'm going to add these two equations together. So I'm going to get 11r plus 14t equals 41. Now I have two equations that have just an r and a t in them. So I'm going to use these two equations to eliminate another variable. I'm going to end up eliminating my r values. So I'm going to take this equation right here, and I'm going to multiply this equation by a negative 11. So I end up with a negative 154 minus 121t, that should have an r on it, equals negative 649. Then I'm going to take this equation and multiply it by a positive 14. That's a 154r plus 196t equals a positive 574. Now I'm going to add these two equations together and eliminate my r's. So a negative 121 plus 196 ends up with a 75t. A negative 649 plus 574 is a negative 75. I divide both sides by 75 and t equals negative 1. Now I can plug my t into one of the two equations that only have an r and a t and solve. So I'm going to use this equation, 14r plus 11t equals 59. And I'm going to plug or replace my t with a negative 1. So 14r plus 11 times negative 1 equals 59. So I end up with 14r minus 11 equals 59. Add an 11 to both sides, and I have 14r equals 70. And divide both sides by 14, and r equals 5. So now I have two values. I have r equals 5 and t equals negative 1. And I have one value left to solve for. So I'm going to pick, and I can pick any one I want to, but I'm going to plug r and t back into equation number 2 and solve for s. So my equation number 2, if you remember, looks like this. 4r minus s plus 5t equals 13. And I'm going to replace the t and I'm going to replace the r. So we're going to have 4 times 5 minus s plus 5 times negative 1 equals 13. So I have a 20 minus s minus 5 equals 13. And 20 minus 5 is 15, so I have a negative s plus 15 equals 13. Subtract 15 on both sides, and I end up with negative s equals a negative 2 or S is equal to a positive 2, and I have my three answers. And in alphabetical order, they are 5, comma, 2, comma, negative 1. And there is my answer for number 4. Good luck on the rest of your homework.